Thanksgiving, you guys. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video and joining me today, as I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to make a good expensive cup of coffee at home without an espresso machine. I just used this very nice coffee machine instead of an espresso machine because I cannot afford an espresso machine. This year, I've been super passionate about just making good cups of coffee. I'm only limited to 3 cups of coffee a week. However, I love coffee and I want to enjoy that cup of coffee because I do not get a lot throughout the week. That means I spend a lot of time trying to perfect cups of coffee to the point where when I make it for my parents Sunday afternoons, they're like,
I would 100% get this over Dunkin' and Starbucks drinks.
So I hope this video is very helpful to you guys and will help encourage you guys to elevate your coffee drinks for your parents, your family members, or hosting this Christmas season. So the number one thing with a good cup of coffee is the bean. We keep it in this airtight container. This is the Airscape container lid. It's very sealed. And then inside is a little compactor. And then you pull it up and here's the coffee beans. So they are not grounded yet. Do not get pre-grounded coffee beans. This is more expensive coffee than your probably regular or the cheapest kind at Walmart. This brand is the 8 o'clock coffee. The key to a good cup of coffee is the coffee beans. I have noticed if we get pre-grounded coffee, it's watery and not nearly as strong. I highly recommend getting the actual coffee beans. You'll be grinding them in just a grinder. This one is probably more on the inexpensive side. Here's our coffee beans, and then this is the measuring spoon that the coffee machine comes with. We're gonna be doing an extra scoop just because I am doing iced coffee, because with iced coffee you can't do your regular coffee measure. You need to add an extra scoop so then it's more strong. So then once it gets watered down, it'll still taste like coffee. So this is what the coffee beans look like all ground up. That is the perfect consistency. And then I'm going to be using the rich setting. This coffee machine has 3 different settings: classic, rich, and over ice. Over ice, it like compacts it into only like half a cup of coffee. So when I do rich, it does the same kind of richness, the same as over ice, compact it, if that makes sense. Be sharing with you guys the different cups. Even just a regular mason jar, big coffee mugs, you guys can do iced even in here. We got 100 pack off of Amazon. This is for when we're going places. With 16-ounce cup, it comes with a lid and then a straw. Go with 16-ounce cups because that way it measures out perfectly with the syrups, coffee, and then milk. You just gotta keep on experimenting when it comes to that. I'll use this glass cup. I literally got this off of Amazon for $5, but it is 16 ounces also, so I can use the same measurements and link those stuff down below. So I fill these cups up with ice to the very top, and you pour the coffee on. That way the coffee stays cold. If you guys only fill up the ice to the middle, the coffee will quickly overtake it and it'll be warm. I'm gonna be showing you guys the different syrups that you guys can use. This is super easy. You guys can even just look it up online on different coffee recipes. These are some of my go-tos that are super easy to do. So the first one is graham cracker coffee. So I 1 to 1.5 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons to 1 tablespoon of honey. If you guys are doing this combo, I would heat this into your coffee pot, so then that way the brown sugar will dissolve in with the coffee, so then you don't have clumps of brown sugar. One of my favorites is just maple syrup. This is also a healthier option, just natural sugar. So I use 2 tablespoons of this. Another one of my favorites is just brown sugar syrup. This is super easy. You're just gonna add 1 cup of brown sugar and 1 cup of water into hot on the stove. You're gonna boil that down till the brown sugar dissolves, and then once it cools down a little bit, just add a little bit of vanilla, and then you guys can either add a little bit of pie spice, cinnamon. Top favorites recently is I found a white chocolate mocha recipe. I got this from Megan Fox Unlocked. She's a YouTuber. I will link her channel down below. She is my favorite. She's like my dream big sister, but I don't think that's gonna happen. This recipe down below, and it is super good. So with each one of these coffee syrups, for 16 ounces, I do 2 tablespoons of syrup into the 16-ounce cup, just for reference. All right, now that I have these coffees, so So I 100% measure when it comes to coffee, because if you do not measure correctly, your coffee will easily not taste as good, especially when you're doing it for other people. Just make sure so then you know for sure it tastes good. And then I just have heavy whipping cream. This is just from Walmart. You guys can get it anywhere. And then just do a splash in both. Fill up the rest with half and half. I do recommend, if you guys want to up your coffee even more.
Oh, hello. Nice to see you.
I have a frother here. This one we got at Walmart for only $4, but these are super cheap. They really elevate your coffee if you want a cold foam on top or anything like that, or to mix up your syrup. Voila, you guys will have your favorite cup of coffee that you guys will be constantly thinking about. This will become your go-to. I hope this video will inspire you guys to try to make a good cup of coffee and just continue at it. Practice makes perfect. It's a great day to be alive, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, week, and year, and I will see you guys later.